Hello, everybody. Today is Orthodox Easter. I happen to be Greek, so it's my Easter. To every Greek, Russian, Jewish Orthodox out there, happy Easter. I received probably the greatest gift. Wow, the greatest gift I could ever conceivably think of receiving. From God, from Jesus. It started about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, about three and a half weeks ago. I got a reading, and in this reading, I was very clearly told that due to my accomplishments, my efforts, my steadfastness to what it is I'm supposed to be doing, to my above and beyond nature of how I went about things with my spiritual awakening and the levels that I attained. I was told really just outright that a past soul family member was going to be reincarnated and was going to find me. And the second I heard this, the first thought was, yeah. But right after that initial dismissal, I pulled it back in, and just out of the blue, like the only person I could ever think of that I would ever want to have reincarnated, come back, that I would ever conceive of being soul family, was my band teacher, Mr. Lorenzano. This man was the most impactful man in my entire life. The only most impactful man in my entire life, next to my father. So of course it was an easy, let's pick him. Again, I wasn't in a dismissive mode, but I also wasn't readily just going to blindly believe it. So I kind of just went into limbo mode about it and said, okay, if it is, it's going to happen. And I get a friend request on Facebook 3 days ago, I believe, out of the blue. I recognized the guy's face, but at first I honestly thought he was a guy that I gave mushrooms to for free, because I have a lot of people that I've done that for. And I thought he was just one of those guys that I happened to, receive this gift and was getting in touch with me again. And so I accepted the friend request, and then came to start talking to him, and realized after he told me who he was, I was like, oh shit. He happened to be a guy that on my birthday of 2022, Tool was playing a concert in Colorado Springs. And a good friend of mine had passed away December, just a month and a half prior to my birthday. And for the loss that I was experiencing with her, I found myself from another friend who happened to purchase, I believe it was 4 tickets total. No, 5 tickets. All of a sudden I had like this influx of Tool tickets. So I was like, who the hell am I going to invite? I have 3 extra tickets. So I said, fuck it. I went online, went on Facebook and kind of just posted it out. It said first come, first serve. And Jonathan was the first person to reach out. And then Asher, Lev, and Shannon, husband and wife, were the couple that came. Jonathan came from Vail, Colorado. Yeah, he drove. He said he was speeding down the highway just to make it to the show. He was like, dude, are you sure you're not fucking me up? Are you sure? I remember that now. He was just like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. And we all decided to meet at a location, and we did. Everybody showed up. Everybody was just really very moved and touched at the fact that I was just trying to honor, my friend Jennifer. And we went to the concert, and it was a great time. And I hadn't spoken to Jonathan I stayed in contact with Asher for a little bit, but Jonathan just totally spoofed it, man. I did not remember the guy at all. So we're talking about 2 years ago. Reaches out to me 3 days ago. We start talking. He tells me who he is, and we go a little bit further into, how his past has been going. I kind of told him about some situations that I was going through, so it was a really nice conversation. He told me he moved from Colorado Springs and went to Bogota, and out of the blue, I was just like, hey, man, so what do you do for work? I couldn't make this up even if I tried. I'm a band teacher, he says, and I play trumpet. I know, here, by the way, I have these 2 videos that I just happened to be behind the drum set for the first time yesterday, the day before we spoke, and the day before that. So the aspect of that in this story is that my band teacher, Mr. Lorenzano, played the trumpet. Not only did he play the trumpet, but he wrote the Godfather theme song to The Godfather. It was actually in Godfather Part 2, the wedding scene. He was the band director. Goes without saying, the man was pure-blooded Italian, definitely very connected, but more so very, 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 very incredibly impactful musically to Staten Island, to New York, to Brooklyn, just all over the place. And this guy just tells me he's a fucking band teacher. He's been teaching high schools, I believe, and plays the trumpet, and then just got behind the kit the last 2 days, and I am a percussionist. I'm a drummer. So he's representing Mr. Lorenzano and my energies in this conversation. The day before, like Good Friday, I believe, yes. And I'm trying not to tell Jonathan this because I'm like, this guy's going to think I'm fucking nuts. This guy's going to, push away, whatever the case may be. I already told him so much that was so intense so quickly. It's like, I can't tell him this. But yeah, I unfucking doubtably, like 100%, there's no way in hell anybody would ever get me to believe otherwise, that that's just a coincidence. That this man, who happens to be, ironically, from Wisconsin originally, and the friend that passed away was from Wisconsin and died in Wisconsin. Okay? So they have that connection. He moves from Wisconsin, comes to Colorado Springs, goes to Vail, Colorado, and then meets me by just being at the right place at the right time and reading a post and just taking a shot and going to not only a Tool concert, okay, but his first Tool concert ever, and he's a band teacher. So that was epic for him, to say the least. And coincidentally, it's like I was able to pay back my high school music teacher's soul's energy, a gift, on my birthday. I wasn't even aware of until 2 years later. I needed to finish a cycle, and if the cycle wasn't completed, I wasn't going to be able to reconnect with this gift. And upon completing the cycle, literally that day, he hits me up. So yeah, that is my most profound, unimaginable gift that I received. 2024 Easter, from Jesus, from God, as a thank you, as a good job. I try not to be in awe with what has happened in my life these last 6 years. I really do try, but it's hard. When shit like this happens, it's fucking hard. Okay? He doesn't make it easy, but he sure as shit makes it fucking interesting. And yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of building a foundation of a friendship with Jonathan over the course of some time. And looking forward to getting close to his presence again, like being in front of him if he ever comes back to Colorado Springs, if I ever go to South America to go visit him. Like, it's such a, like, yeah, it's such a goal of mine now, just to go and hug that guy, knowing what energy he embodies inside of him. And it's absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely amazing. Yeah, so the death of a friend brought in the reincarnation of a lost one. Okay? I mean, God is good. Jesus is great. And when you put in positive effort and you're true to yourself, you're honest, you're kind, you're respectful, you're loyal, you're consistent, or as God would say, you're pure of heart, good things come. All right, man. Peace out.